Hello everyone, I'm here to read a few excerpts from a coming-of-age wizard novel for young adults called A Wizard of Earthsea by Ursula K. Le Guin. It was a good book. At first I thought it was kind of going to be a little Harry Potter-ish because it's about a wizard who is coming of age and then he goes to a wizard school, but actually most of the story takes place after he gets out of school, so you get to see him kind of traveling along his world and learning other things that he didn't really learn in school. And the first quote I would like to read is when he gets a job saving people from a dragon on their island. And he talks to the dragon. He names the dragon because in this world, if you know somebody's true name and you say it, then you have control over them. So he names the dragon, and then he's talking to it, and the dragon gives him advice about Gad's real problem, which is to try to find the shadow that he released into the world. And the dragon says, "If you could name it, you could master it, maybe, little wizard. Maybe I could tell you its name when I see it close by, and it will come close if you wait about my isle. It will come wherever you come. If you do not want it to come close, you must run, run, and keep running from it. And yet it will follow you. Would you like to know its name?" And then after he says this, Ged kind of stands there and he's silent, and then he is starting to come to realize that the shadow is actually part of him, and he needs to come to terms with it and find it, and in order to be rid of it finally. And then the second quote is actually when he, at the end of the story, when he does come and meet his shadow, and he stands up face to face with the shadow, and they both stop, and aloud and clearly, breaking that old silence, Ged spoke the shadow's name, and in the same moment the shadow spoke without lips or tongue, saying the same word, Ged, and the two voices were one voice. Ged reached out his hands, dropping his staff, and took hold of his shadow, off the black self that reached out to him. Light and darkness met, and joined, and were one. And I really like this part because he is coming to terms with the shadow, which is his dark side and death side, and he knows what it is, and he finally realizes that in order to be safe and as a whole person, he needs to come to terms with all parts of his body and spirit. So it is a good book. I would recommend it. Some reviewers say that it is with a boring tone, but I think it adds to the mysteriousness of the wizard world that we get to go into when we read this book. Goodbye, everyone.